Hi guys, come on channel. I'm a Batman set.
Smashed it. Right boys, here we are. Welcome back to the channel. Little Ralphie over the last couple of weeks has just seemed to get into the understanding what I do and what Football Manager is about. So as soon as he sees OBS Studio on, he likes to record himself. So there you go. Right. It's been a few weeks since the Deportivo. We are now a La Liga team. Remember last episode we got promoted. Much deserved performance over Real Vallecano. I think this has been the toughest pre-season I think I have done. Definitely on FM20. Maybe as far as content creating, it has been so difficult. Issue is that we had to release a load of that shit that we had in the team last season. Unfortunately, they were on sort of like second division wages. We're now in the Liga. Wages go up. The board gave us 7 million and not really much to play with in terms of wages, so it has been really, really difficult. And also, nobody really wanted to come. So there's been a big change around. Yeah, so we're not going to go into too much detail. We want to play Villarreal. We've played one league game already, a 0-0 draw against Granada. Satisfactory start, but home game against Villarreal. The season starts today. Right, let's get into it. Like, subscribe, check out the Patreon, all that kind of thing. Let's go. Super Depor. Right, so here we are 0-0 against Granada. They sort of like pipped us to promotion last year, didn't they? Did they win the league or second? They finished second, so we played quite well. Slow to get started, but then we gradually got into the game. We did have a couple of injuries as well, which just affected us up front. In the wide positions. With obviously the same tactic, a lot of changes. So if you can remember, the board gave us 7 million to spend. Now we've kind of done all right. We've nearly not far off broke even, to be honest. But we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players out. Couple released as well. Loanees going back. Yes, so sort of like 6, 7 out. Jimenez, goalkeeper, retired. Diego Roland, which we tried to put a deal in, but look, he's gone to Osasuna for 40 grand. We were never going to afford that. He was on loan somewhere last year. Emre Kolak, the midfielder. Anybody else? Sommer, centre half. Debated whether giving a deal. I thought, no, we'll just have a clean break. He did want pretty much treble his wages as well. And I thought, nah, you weren't that good, bud. And David Simon, the right back. We had about 5 or 6 players on loan, didn't we? Obviously, they've all gone back as well. So it's been busy. So they're the outs. We were left. I will now put a screenshot up. Literally, once July the 1st had happened, this was the squad that I was left with. All right, so that is the squad I was left with. Right, let's go into a little bit of detail. So, on the out, Santos, we knew that was going. His contract was up anyway, but he's gone to Houston Dynamo. Santos has gone to Korea, which we knew about. This guy was away on loan last year, I believe. We never had him. Yeah, he was in Germany. So, to get 275, I did contemplate using him, but he was 30. I thought it'd just help us to getting a little bit of money in. This was the biggest disappointment. So Jonathan Makela was our best youth prospect, came through, looked to be fantastic. I offered him a deal, then Atletico came in, they picked him ahead of him signing a pro contract. So we lost him, and then the tribunal was 450k, which was a bit disappointing because we would have probably started looking, maybe not using him this year, but next year we would have definitely got him involved. So that is disappointing. Disappointing that we've lost our best youth prospect. Salva Ruiz, backup left back, did contemplate keeping him, but we got decent money for him. He was never going to be that good. I have picked up a little player that I'm quite happy about as backup as well. Got rid of him for nearly 700k. Keko, the biggest departure in terms of money, he's worth 9 million. He is never worth 9 million in a million years. He had a decent 6 goals in the league, 7 in all comps, but nothing nothing amazing. If he's only racking up them kind of stats in a decent team in the second division, what's he going to be like in the Liga? So I thought that was good value. That's helped us just balance the books a little bit. And then Biojo Galan, I think, was another player who was out on loan last year, had a poor season at Santander, and we've shifted him on to Oviedo, 155 grand off the wages, just because everything was a little bit tight. It's just freed it up a little bit. I don't know what we're doing. Look, we've got no money left. And we're spending 10 grand over our wages as well. So we're going to have to be careful of that. Right, you want to see the ins. Let's go through the ins. Now, people were obviously wanting us to get Agbo back. There was no loan deal and available, and the transfer would have just cost more than it. We literally wouldn't have been able to sign anyone else. We needed a massive, massive rebuild. So what I have done is, these are available on my Steam workshop. I'll put the Steam links down in the description. So what I've done is, so in each position I've come up with my own view. So if we look at fullbacks, so what I've done is a couple of things that we said we would look at in each position. We would look at height, we would look at different attributes keenly and not be bothered about anything else apart from similar ones. So what I've done is different positions I've put in. So these are my fullbacks: marking, tackling, heading, pace, crossing, and then secondary ones: determination, work rate, strength, and then height. And I've done this with all the positions. So this is how I recruited my players, just going through the search, seeing what players were available, going through different positions, segundo volante, wanting tackling, marking, finishing, passing, pace, strength, determination, stamina, and just having a little look. And that's how, now, in an ideal world, hopefully this format of recruitment will work so much better when we've got more players available. We've had to sort of let things go in a couple of positions, just in terms of I can't get someone in who can do it all. They may be really lacking in one of the key areas, but they're decent in the other, sort of 3 or 4. I've had to kind of do that because my pool of players was so small. But that's the recruitment. I will put links down in the description for you to go through. So there's all my positions, fullback, centre-back, segundo volante, then my holding midfielder, my wingers, my number 10 and my striker. So there you go. Links down below. So from that, we then got this. So we'll go from the biggest. Carlos Fernandez. Now, as you can see, a little bit of a average, 25 grand a week. This was without just signing loanees, I wanted to make sure that we got a permanent deal, and I just didn't want to rely on loans. So I've gone for this guy just for a couple of reasons. Decent height. He's decent across the board. A little bit like Santos, I suppose, but a little bit quicker, a little bit younger. He's only 24. Finishing's decent, heading's decent, passing technique, work rate, vision, teamwork. They're all in the 13s and 14s. Physical's pretty good as well. Pace, not the greatest, but I think he could be an asset. He can play in a variety of different positions if we want to rotate the sort of the role and change the role up there. He can also play in behind if we want him to. He's had to actually do that in the first game because we had a couple of injuries. But 2.7 million, 25 grand a week. If it don't work out, it should be easy for himself. He did score 12 goals with Granada last year in the Liga. So I think that is decent going. So we've got him in 2.7. Right, the next one, Alex Collado. Now this is where I was really happy about him, and then there was one thing, his work rate. He is going to be playing as a winger or as a number 10. He's going to be playing across any of the sort of them 3 roles. The one that was sort of disappointing me the most, because he's not the smallest, he's 5'10", not bad. Crossing's decent, first touch decent, passing decent, 21-year-old as well. We have hopefully the potential of a sell-on, 5-star potential. But the only thing was his work rate was 7, and that was a sacrifice that we had to make just because I couldn't sign anybody who was nowhere near as good as him technically, and then someone that also had the work rate to boot. So hopefully he can be the sort of the magician. He's had a decent pre-season, very decent pre-season. Only 21, one of the La Masia Barcelona products. We've got him in. There's a few that we've signed. There's a couple. There's 3 loanees. There's 3 loanees down there. We'll come to them in a minute. Next one in, Naedo Lozano. Can actually do both positions pretty well. So we've got one side we've got that no nonsense hard tackling stopper kind of position, and then we've got that ball playing centre half on cover, but he can do it all. Things that I like, his pace isn't great, but it's not terrible. $7,000 a week, absolute bargain. Heading brilliant, marking brilliant, tackling brilliant, passing not bad as well if we have to shift him across the other side. Decent mentals, but we're just going on the absolute basics for him in that position. Heading, he can head it, he can tackle, he can kick it. He's got decent strength and stamina for a centre half. What more do you want? And we got him relatively cheap, $575k, which I think is a decent deal. Right, next one in, backup left back, 25 years old, Spaniard, $5,000 a week. We got him for 375, so we actually made a little bit of money on releasing Salva Ruiz. It was nowhere near as good as this guy. Just okay across the board. Physical's good, 6 foot, decent height, decent tackling. Marking's not great, heading's poor, but first touch, crossing, dribbling, mental's okay, physical's okay. He'll be able to do a job as a backup left back just for the season. I'm hoping that more money comes in and then we can really start to rejuvenate and get. We haven't got the quality this year. It's just been a case of getting players in that were an improvement, and then next year looking at staying in division this year, and then can we improve the quality of this? More importantly, improve the quality of the starting 11. Right, on to the freebies. Last one in, we had a couple of deals not gone for him, and then in the end, I couldn't get anyone else in. I had to pay the big bucks, 31,500. Michael Vesga. Vesca. Atletico Bilbao, didn't play much for them at all. Did actually play one game in sort of like the B division, handful of appearances, but for what we want him to do, he can do the defensive midfield. He can literally do any of the roles in there. So if we change one of the roles, he can do it. Finishing not great, but I found that not too much of a problem for midfield, but all the others are great. Decent mentals, 6'3", very physical, long shots, decent heading, marking, passing, tackling, work rate's good, vision not bad, teamwork, positioning, determination, all excellent. He's now valued at 8 million. He's 27 years old, reaching his prime. He should be a key player for us. Should be a key player. I would say that's an improvement on Agbo, not in terms of shooting, but in terms of overall quality. Definitely better technically and physically. Kieran O'Hara, Man United, I believe, yes, was on loan at Burton last year. He is our backup keeper, but he's pretty good, 24 years old. Once again, struggling a little bit, but he'll be adequate as a backup. And then also, once again, I think there's sell-on potential with a player like him who could maybe go back to the Premier League Championship if we can get $1 million plus for him next season. If we end up recruiting another goalkeeper, that will be decent business. Right, probably one of the bigger ones. Now, I always find it weird that they don't rate him in this game. Papadopoulos, only 3-star. He's 28, so not even in his prime yet. We got him on a free from Hamburg, but no nonsense centre half, right? 15 heading, 16 marking, 17 tackling, 20 bravery, 20 determination, work rate good, positioning not bad, aggression 14, physicals decent, pace 13, jumping reach 6'1", strength 17. What more do you really want in a no nonsense centre half? So he's definitely going to be the no nonsense side of it, not the passing side of it, the ball player. But I think that's a cracking signing. I really do. I think he was like one of the first ones in the summer. Last freebie in, Pedro Chirivella. We knew this last year. He came in on loan for us and had a decent impact for us. Look, 4 goals in all competitions, 7.2 average. He started with a man of the match performance as well in the league. Very good. Can do both roles for us. I can't decide which way around I'm going to do it. I think it'll probably be Chirivella will probably be the playmaker, and then Vesca will probably be the segundo volante, just because his physicals are a little bit better, Vesca's, and he should be able to get forward and break forward a little bit more. Right, onto the loans. Pedri, very young, 17 years old, one of the last ones to come in. It was literally, right, we need just an extra body in there. Once again, work rate not great, which is a bit of a bugbear for me, but his technicals are brilliant. It should turn into a superstar, this guy. Physicals, not bad. Pace, acceleration, natural fitness, not bad. Crossing 13, dribbling 17, first touch, long shots, passing technique, vision 16, flair. Once again, can all do the 3 positions that we want. Remember, we're playing with 2 wingers and a number 10, so he can do all 3 positions comfortably. Just gives a little bit more balance in there. I think the idea that I got him in was just to give us one more option in there. Troy Parrott in. He played 2 pre-season games, and in one of the games he scored all 6. So he started pretty well. We know that this guy gets good. I kind of thought to myself that I didn't really want to sign him because most of you guys will know how good he is in the game and how well he develops. But it came to it was Troy Parrott or someone who was nowhere as good. And we may have taken a little bit of a gamble on the other striker as well. I thought I need to get him in, and he is 6'1". He can lead the line already for us, no problem. It'd be a little bit of a toss-up between the 2 today. I think I'll probably go for Parrott today instead of Fernandez. But yeah, hopefully he will have a really good season. And I imagine we'll only get him for a year and then he'll either play for Tottenham or... I have seen Man United sign him. I think Man United signed him in my York City save for 200 million. So if we can get hold of him, we'll get him in. But I don't think he's going to be in our budget for a long, long time. George Cuenca. A lot of you boys that follow the Fenerbahce save, got him in. Superb defender. Probably going to be his backup this year behind the other 2 that we've got in that we've signed permanently. But just decent. Ball-playing defender. Only 20 years old. Maybe a player that we can hopefully get permanently over the next couple of years. Decent squad player. And the last one, backup in central midfield. Busquets. Another Barcelona youngster, was at loan at 20 last year, did okay, didn't play that many games, but as a backup for us, yeah, no problem. We can do Volante. Physical's okay. He's just okay, but it's decent passing, technique, tackling, first touch. Vision's pretty good, work rate. It's all good enough just to be as a backup. We did run out of cash. Ideally, I would have wanted a few more permanents in. We have relied on 4 loanees, but we've just had to do that this summer. So there you go. That is the squad. A couple of players that you won't recognise from last year. Uzo is our number 1 goalkeeper. He's only 21. He was on loan in Cyprus last year, but I'm gonna give him the shirt to start with. Francis Uzo, 21-year-old Nigerian, has the opportunity, I think, to really improve over these next few years and cement himself as number 1. And we've also got players like Sadiq, still with us, Luis Ruiz, another one, Cartabia, in. Decent loan spell in the UAE last year, can do all 3 positions. He's now whinging already that he wants a new contract. He's played 1 game for us and he's wanting a new contract. Can do the 2 wide positions really well for us. Not great physically, but technical's exceptional. Vision great, work rate, we may struggle not getting too much backtracking from our wingers, but once again, he was part of the squad. No club, I didn't offer him out, but no club showed any interest, so we've kept him in. And once again, he's got his contract's out in the summer, so we'll see what it's like up until Christmas. If he's looking like he's doing well, really well, I may just offer him a new contract, and then if he's not doing too great towards the end, offer him out and get some money back in. That's potentially the more likely route. He is 27. We do want a better physical player. He's only 5'7", work rate, not great. Physical's not great either. But he's there. Has the technical quality. Hopefully he can just unlock them defences for us. And I think that's about it. We've still got a few players. Sort of like Vincente. He's transfer listed. He was like backup last year for us. Hoping we can get him off the books. Just if he goes, we're down to another 6k off the books. We'll be out broke even. And that's about it. Bovu's still with us. There's a loan potential for him, but we may... They're going to have to pay all of his wages if I'm going to let him go. We'll just see how the start of the season goes. Shibasaki, not Shibaski. Someone had a moan at me in the last episode. Shibasaki has missed all pre-season with a broken toe, which is a bit annoying. And I don't think he's going to be recovered today. No, he's not going to be playing today, but he's still there. he may just be nudged aside. With some of these youngsters from Barcelona can really get involved in the Argentinian I've just showed you, he may struggle a little bit. He did have a cracking season, 14 assists in the league, but a lot of them were free kicks and corners. So that is it. Bloody hell. Right, we better get into a game, haven't we? Right, let's pick a team. So we have got Pedri available. We are going to play... We'll do it like that, I think. Pedri's right-footed, but... Oh, okay. So let's swap them back over. Let's put Collado, because he is a permanent signing. Potentially a player that can be our number 10. Come start in there. We have got Chirivella and Vesca that way around. Ruiz, Lozano, Papadopoulos, Sadiq, Uzo. Uzoho. We'll go Uzo. Collado, Troy Parrott. And then decent options on the bench. Right, what I actually forgot to show you, it's very quickly. Board want us to fight bravely against relegation. Okay. Prediction is that they think we might finish 15th. Media position. So we're going to be in around relegation. They think 17th. Bookies think 15th. There's some small teams there. You know, anything around sort of like Getafe, Osasuna, Alaves, Granada, Girona, Mallorca, Valladolid, Real Sporting. It's going to be a battle between those teams, I think. And then the salary, we're down in 15th. So the lowest, which you can't see, is just Real Sporting. They're on 9.82. Then Valladolid, 11.5. Mallorca, 12.6. Granada, 12.7. Girona, 14.3. Us, 14.5. Getafe, up from us, is 18. Or you can see that, 18.57. So we're in and around sort of like the mix of the clubs that we should be hopefully fighting against relegation for. Now, I did put more into the wages and took money out of the transfer to balance it, to get it in. I think it was to get Vesca in. So we've spent more there, but we've not spent too much money. Right, anyway, let's get into the game. We're all set up now. We're on extended highlights as well. We had a decent display against Granada. We just didn't create a great deal. Right, Chirivella, Vesca, Collado, Ruiz, the left back, getting forward. Good move. Sadiq, the right back. Could have helped maybe fall into someone else. All right, Cartabia. Keepers come out and got it. So so Villarreal, what would you say, top 8, top 10 side? Right, Collado cross. Pedri, Vesca. Oh, good save, but it's been a good start. Been a really good start from us. I'm going to praise it. Decent opening exchanges, right? Papadopoulos has gone long, he's lost it. Chirivella's picked it up. Cartabia, Collado. I've not actually changed anything to the tactic. I don't think anything has changed. No player instructions, no player roles. We're literally going with the system that we had towards the back end of last year. I think I'll give it another season of tweaking, potentially, and then I'll look at putting it out as a video and putting it out on Steam Workshop and stuff. Right, Cartabia. Decent delivery. Parrott's there. It's goal. It's a goal. It's a goal. But I think Parrott headed it on to Lozano, and Lozano's nodded it on to Collado, I think. But the youngster has got us 1-0 up. Let's have a look at it again. Cartabia. Parrott was there. Off Lozano, off the keeper. Collado was there. Nodded in from 1 yard. He was not going to miss. Well. They've got Pablo Alcacer and Moreno up front, so they're not too shabby. Right, half-time, 1-0. Nothing really happened from the goal. But that's good. We're in command. We're playing it was a really good first half performance. Here we go. So, by the way, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which one looked the best deal? I thought the 3.1 million getting rid of Keko was really good, but which of the players in, can't say alone, but which one of the permanent deals that we managed to get in, which one did you think that's a good signing? Let me know down in the comments. I'm hoping Vesca is going to be really the man to set up a really good partnership in there with Chirivella. And if Collado can score a few more goals, Cartabia on the free kick. Yeah. Oh, it's 2-0. This guy is like a new signing, isn't he? Because we didn't have him at the start of the series. Out on loan in the UAE. He is back. And he's bent in a lovely free kick. Top corner. 2-0. Start of the second half. Brilliant start to the second half. Right, Papadopoulos. It's going all the way back to Uzo. Out to Lozano. He's the ball-playing defender. Sweeps a nice ball out to Cartabia. Are we going to get an overlap in Sadiq? Oh, we've managed to get a little bit lucky. Sadiq. Can we get a delivery in? Some of the player positions we're going to look at next time. We're going to look at a little bit more in depth as Gerard goes in. Brilliant block by Lozano. We're going to go through a lot of our players and set them up individual training regimes again. Look at how some of the others have improved. So Sadiq, we had him on individual training last year. We'll see how he's improved over the last sort of like 12 months. And yeah, this is just a little bit of a recap. As I said, I wanted this series to be a little bit more in depth. But because I've had over 2 weeks off on this, I just need a little bit of a refresh, a little bit of a normal, get through the transfers, and then we'll dive in a little bit more detail, go through a couple of the players and see where we can try and just tweak and improve them a little bit. Right, Cartabia, Chirivella, Collado. Oh, he skipped past him brilliantly. He's in. Is he going to hit one? Oh, he set up Parrott. Finish. Oh, good strike. Good save. Esenio is a decent keeper. Good run from Collado. That's what we want. Cartabia. Cleared. We're going to get another sniff. He might do. Cartabia. No, he's offside. Right, half an hour to go. We're looking okay. We may just bring Troy off, I think. Let's ask for a little bit more. We'll just see where this highlight takes us, then we'll look at doing maybe a couple of changes. Pedri as well, the youngster. We have still got Marino, who had a decent sort of like second half of the season, played out left for us. Costa's in. Good save. Cleared. It may be an option of putting him out wide. He did have a decent end to the season, scored a couple of goals. Right, Costa. Uzo's got it. Right, let's pause it. So we have got. Tell you what, let's go Bavu on that right hand side. We'll let Cartabia go on the left. And let's go Fernandez up front for Parrott. Let's just go with that. And then what we will do is we'll actually just drop it down onto cautious. Possession's about equal anyway, but we can just see this out, hopefully, boys. Let's just concentrate. They've all overwhelmed with it. There's a shock. But, boys, we're seeing this out brilliantly. Can we get another clean sheet? That would be fantastic. 2 clean sheets at the start of the season. Right, Moranes. Can we keep a clean sheet, boys? Come on. Let's get across there, Sadiq. Oh, they've got one. They've fucking got one. Alcacer. Coasting we were. Well taken goal by Alcacer. Right, let's just... 89. Let's just get Collado off. Can we go 3 in there? We can. Let's get Bergentagos on. Anchor it for me, buddy. Got 4 minutes to start. That's a fucking highlight. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Papadopoulos' poor header. Penner. Corner ball. Jesus Christ. Costa. I don't want the frustrations what we had last year. I think it was probably the most frustrating seasons that we had. We've done well, but we've given it back. I don't want this another season of me just pulling my hair out. Right, Cartabia. Carlos Fernandez is in. Just waste time. Waste time if you want. Put it in the stands. Put it in the stands. But with that, may be it. That's kicked out. Surely. Blow the whistle, referee. Oh, that was a bad tackle. Alberto Moreno. Right, Cartabia. Surely the last kick of the game. Get on with it. It's a deep one. Papadopoulos is up. I don't know why we've put our centre halves forward, but never mind. Vesca. Can't have it. Good cross. Fernandez is there. That was a big chance. Big chance. And there we have it, boys. Full time. We have started the season brilliantly. I think that's a deserved win. Well done, boys. Up and running. 4 points. As I said, survival is key this year. If we stay clear of relegation this season, more money then comes in. The board will be delighted with that. I will be delighted with that, with the team that we've kind of mished and mashed put together. So yeah, all good. So what we'll do is, remember, links down in description for the player search views. That should be available on Steam. They're nowhere else to download, by the way. Basically, you go onto Steam, you click on the link, you press subscribe, and then I think it automatically goes into your... Hang on. So if you go into your search bar, look. If you go into there, go on assignments. No, sorry. Go onto it. Go onto custom. Import view. There you go, look. It should be in there. That's the one that I've got from Viking Dan. Highly recommend that one, by the way. That's a squad view. But there you go. All right, so decent start to the season. Next episode, we'll look at the players a little bit more. We'll see how we've got on. We'll look at a few training regimes, see how people like Sadiq and that are improving. What can we improve the players that we've got permanently? What can we do with them, especially a lot of them that are younger? Obviously, more potential and more opportunity to improve and get better. But we're up in third. I can't see us being there all season, but we'll take it. We will take it. So we've got Valladolid, Valencia, Sevilla, Athletic Club, and Real Sporting. We'll maybe come back around sort of like this area, maybe just play through September. We've got a big game against Valencia, a team that we obviously not too friendly with. It's probably our most fiercest rivals this season because Celta Vigo got relegated, so there's no Galicia derby this season. We'll maybe come back for the Alaves game. We've got some winnable games at the start of the season down here. To be fair, Valladolid's a big one because September is very difficult. Big boys in there. And then once again, we have a nice-ish run of Sporting, Alaves and Mallorca. But easier games does mean more pressure to pick up points. All right, guys, that is it. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. Hope you've enjoyed that. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the signings. Which one's your favourite? Squad views, search views as well, available for you to download down in the description. I must have said that about 10 times. Patreon as well, muchly appreciated if you check that out. If you supported the channel, you want to support the channel a little bit more, muchly appreciated. I'm 25% towards my overall target of Patreons and Patreon money coming in each month. That money is going towards hopefully a big lifestyle change where I'm able to get back into football coaching and stuff that may help have a different part of the channel as well. So go check that out. Monthly football shirts giveaways. Lewis Black was this month's winner and he's won himself a Fenerbahce shirt, all just for being a Patreon. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care. See you later.